Just the one I love listening to when I meditate. Yeah.
We're just getting ourselves set up and waiting for a few folks to get logged in before we officially go live. If you're here, say something so we know you're here. Well, hello, everybody. I see we're starting to get some folks in. Welcome to tonight's WYTCH WAVE. We'll be getting rolling with tonight's meditation here shortly, as soon as we get a few people logged in. In the meantime, why don't you jump into the chat, share the feed, let other people know that we're here. Oh, hello, Clover.
Are there pennies behind here? I saw pennies somewhere. I need to put them with that one.
Whoop. It's been a little while since we've done a live stream, so we're very glad that you've joined us. If I've got members of my wolf pack here, oh, looks like I do have wolf pack here. Give us a Nauru. I'm going to get tonight's incense going now.
I'm just trying to, it feels like it's been so long since I've been on Facebook like this. I don't know what I'm doing. Heavens. I did want to go find a different meditation video, which is the one that I use. I think it maybe is this one. Is this the one? Hi, everyone. Come on in and have a seat.
Can you hear us okay? Everything's coming in good?
This is the one I love.
Can you hear the music in the background?
Probably not yet, because I can't figure out how to turn it on. Where's the stinking volume? Honestly, Gussy Dupp.
Go lay down, Callie. No, not over here. No, you want to be part of all of this, but not right now. We're too precarious. Cameras will fall down. Microphones will fall down. Lights will go out. That's the kind of night we've been having since we've decided that we were going to do this live stream. I'm not too sure what time Gussy announced it, that we were going to be doing the WYTCH WAVE tonight. But I can guarantee you that about 3 minutes after she made it public, we started receiving all kinds of vibrational crap being thrown our way.
Not to mention, Mercury is in retrograde. Uh-oh, did I just hit that chair?
Do not hit that chair.
Is it okay still? Mercury is in retrograde, so that alone causes like a technical challenge to begin with, right? And then we have this planetary parade going on, and we've had solar storms galore. Not to mention, I'm sure the Schumann resonance is off the charts. I haven't checked it today, but I'm sure.
Boy, that's one thing I didn't check when I was looking at other stuff. But I bet you it is a little bit goofy.
I'll bet you it's goofy. Yeah. So come on in and have a seat, folks. Have a seat. If you're just joining us and you're wondering if you need anything with you, sure, there's a couple things you can gather. And I'll write this in the comments too. You could gather a candle if you wanted. White is always the easiest to work with, but purple too, because we're doing one of our witch waves this evening. And the other thing you might want to get is some salt. And if you don't have salt, you could do anything that would be like salt. So sugar would be fine.
Flour.
Yeah, just something, because we're going to do a little bit of tracing with our fingers. So also make sure that you have a surface that you can, sprinkle that on. Either a plate or a mat or the table that you're using. Make sure that it, it can handle it. That's really it. You just need some salt or flour or sugar or something like sandy.
Baby powder.
And a candle if you have it. If you don't have it, that's okay. That's why we have candles. Come on in and have a seat. Get yourself centered and grounded. Can they hear the...
Many of you have participated in witch waves with us in the past. As we were getting set up for today's witch wave, we were going through some of our old archives and some of the old footage that we've created, some of the old witch waves that we've meditated to on times past. 125 28ths of the month have gone by since our first witch wave. 125 opportunities for us to build this wave of energetic, vibrational power, this witch wave. That number 125 is going to be relevant here in just a little bit as we start working on the meditation. That is one of the reasons Gussy has asked for you to make sure you grab some sugar or flour or something powdery and a surface that you can place it on.
No, I didn't. I just left that page by accident. Damn it all. Gussy, get your brain on, brain on. Gussy, get your brain on, brain on. Uh-oh, what did I do wrong?
You got to click on it again. Click on the video.
Okay.
And then hit that mute button down there in the bottom corner.
Oh, yeah, mute. Okay.
There we go.
And here we are. Okay. Somebody said our pinned comment covered up the other people's chat comments. Did you pin something?
See that comment right there? Hit the X at the very bottom. That should have unpinned it.
I already did that. Oh, I want to like that one. This is the one that should be pinned.
I see that Chrissy Reed is here.
Oh,
Hello,
good.
Christy. I'm going to point to something. Tell me if you can recognize it. Right about there. I see an aphod. I see a sage. I see a clover. I see other usernames, but I don't recognize who they may belong to.
It doesn't show me but 3 people. Isn't that crazy? I'm telling you, technology.
So as I was saying a little bit ago, this is since our first witch wave, 125 months have passed. 125 witch waves, 125 opportunities to receive and to send healing.
Right. Oops, I'm sorry, you guys. I keep bumping that chair. What I think is really interesting is that
Thank you, Norma.
I know on some level somewhere that even if we didn't, because I know, you know, we all know that we have missed some witch waves. We have not held one of these for quite some time, so we're so excited that we're all here. But I know that even if we didn't gather here on this plane, in this realm, I know that we're gathered in other spaces, behind the veil, in other lifetimes, and I know that those witch waves connect us all together. I can feel it from my bone and back again. So, you know, really, really, we might have missed a few, but we didn't actually. We know that our spirit connection, our soul connection has kept us together all these months, all these dark months. And we're so delighted that you're here with us tonight. And Grymm and I just felt it was extremely important. Sorry for the flash warning that we were going to do this evening. I know not everybody will be able to join us because, it was kind of last minute, but also we are just following our intuition and considering what happened today with, globally, as far as some decisions that have been made. Grymm and I just felt more than ever it was necessary to gather here in this space, this liminal space that we've gathered before, this space where we've gathered as kin and kindred, both in this realm and in others. I know you feel it. Allow yourself to connect. Oh my goodness. Close your eyes if you can and take some good deep breaths. Some good deep breaths, just on your own. No need to count or get to a certain number. Just breathe, relax. Take a good deep breath again and let go of the day's cares. Let go of it. Just let it go. Out with the breath. Out, out, out. Push it all the way out. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your booty, wiggle your head, wiggle a little bit. Just get it out. Get the energy out that you don't need. Let it go. Let it go. With each breath, you let it go. The energy that is no longer there to serve you, it found its purpose, it did its job, and now it's going back out to the universe. Gets recycled when it's back out there. Isn't negative or positive. It just is. It's just energy. And with each breath that you take in new and fresh, know that you are breathing in deep white light healing energy. I know we all love the color purple and we're doing a purple witch wave, but this level of intense healing is whiter than the whitest white. That's why it looks like the colors of the rainbow, because it's so dense, yet it's so infinite at the same time. The sparkle goes on and on. Some of you may consider that white Christ consciousness light. Some of you may just consider it some peak light of God. However you choose to view it, know that it is there for you to take in, breathe in, and heal. Allow that breath to go right where you need it the most. Your feet are numb, send that breath to your feet. Your heart is aching, send that breath to your heart. Your mind is confused and maybe a little foggy, send that breath to your mind, to your brain. Arthritis in your fingers. Take a deep breath. Send that healing breath to your fingers, to your abdomen, to your throat, to your knees, to your hips. Take a deep white light healing breath and send it to your lungs, to your ears, to your eyes. Send it out. Each breath that you exhale, those are the cells, the energy that you no longer require. They've served their purpose. So we release those dead, damaged, dying, and decaying cells. We release them. We release them now. We release any energetic parasitic attachments. We release any demonic or nefarious energy that may be connected to us here, to any of us here. We release it. We release it back to the universe. It's not welcome in this circle. It's not necessary for our growth. It's brought us this far, we release it. Whether you're consciously aware or not of whatever this shadow is, we release it. We take deep breaths and we remember our balance and we remember our grounding and we remember our call, the call from our mother, the call from our sisters. We remember ourselves at the well. Be ye guardian or be ye maiden, be ye warrior, be ye shield. I call you all to this sacred space where this perfect purple love flows around us from years and years and years of cultivating these beautiful friendships together, weaving in, weaving out, weaving new folks in. Some of them stay for a long while, some of them stay for a little while. But always the threads are moving, the tapestry is shifting. Our ancestors stand in union with us. We call upon them here to stand behind us and to guide us toward remembering who we are. Remembering who we are and what we mean, who we stand for. helping us to remember the footsteps of our ancestors, that although we might not know their names or where they're from, we know their energy lies within our very DNA, lies within the very energetic lines that flow between us all. Shake a little bit. It feels like your body's getting sort of tense. Take some more deep breaths. It's time to do some more releasing. It's been a minute since we've gathered, and it's time to continue breathing. And remember that we are connected to the Fae. Most of us know it. Some of us have a hard time believing it. But deep down we know that Fae bloodline keeps us looking younger, keeps us going. It's the very essence, I believe, that the powers that be try to snuff out, try to extinguish, because the magic, that's where the magic lies. The stories and the bloodlines, the folklore, the truths. May those Fae ancestors connect here with us now, both in this realm and others, both in this timeline and others. May they serve as guides and guardians, and may we cast the light forward together. I call upon any deities that you may recognize in your own way. I call upon the deities that I recognize right now, the ones that I call to this space that I've been working heavily with recently, the Morrigan, Nimue, Cyrnos, calling forward those energies here with grace to this space where we honor you and honor ourselves and our connection to what is, our connection to what some call God, our connection to the next. We've chosen to open the purple door and step through as friends and comrades and family. We ask for your guidance and clarity as we move forward together into this new and open space. We declare it sovereign, we declare it a haven, and we refresh the boundaries. We refresh the boundaries. We refresh the boundaries. We stand together, withstanding in this sovereign haven. The purple door wave surrounds us in its light, in its energy, and in the love that we share for each other as friends from near and far. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is.
And so it is. Comment hashtag withstanding if you felt that meditation. Because that's what we are, is witches standing together. Witches from around the world, from multiple paths, each at a different place in their lives spiritually. Some of us follow the old ways of our ancestors. Some of us follow a more modern path. subscribe to the faith of Wicca. Others just call themselves pagan. But there's one thing that we all have in common in claiming those titles, and that is we understand that there's a power in our words. That words are power. Tonight, as we start this witch wave of healing and light, I want you to focus on all of the things that we have heard on the news, read in the papers, scrolled through our feeds. We may not be able to remember the particular headline, the piece of clickbait that grabbed us, but there it was. And regardless of what that news feed says, it's the algorithm that fed it to you. An algorithm trained by the powers that be to seduce you into reaction. An algorithm that trains you to respond. Using words is a powerful tool to control our thoughts, our emotions, and our words. Mother, Father, God, Goddess, no matter how we claim the name of that power, that deity, that God, I ask now for the strength to change the algorithm within myself, to stop responding in the predicted ways that the machine's algorithm wants me to respond. I pray for the clarity to see through the divisiveness, to see why it hurts. Not just myself, but those around me. May the words that we speak moving forward during this witch wave be the words that we need to speak. May they be said clearly, and may they be heard with understanding. May those that need to hear the words feel them resonate through their soul. So mote it be, so it is.
So I don't remember if this is where we're supposed to jump in, because Grymm and I had a little discussion before you gathered with us here about some of the things we want to talk about. But I know that one of the thoughts on our list was about the number 8. Can you tell us about the significance of 8 and why that's important right now?
The reason it's relevant right now is because of today's witch wave. It's been 125 months since our first wave. Those numbers 1, 2, 5. 1 and 2 make 3, plus 5 makes 8. 8 is standing infinity. It is as above, so below. It seems important on tonight's witch wave to think about that. The words that we breathe into existence don't stop just because our lips have stopped moving. The vibration of those words continue for infinity. They become the vibration of the communal conscious that is our culture globally. Each word spoken is infinite. I'm going to call upon you now to take your salt, your sugar, your powdery substance of whatever variety, and make a little pile of it in front of you. Feel it. Move it around. Smooth it out. With each touch, start thinking of things within yourself that you would like to get rid of, and move your fingers in a counterclockwise pattern over your pile. Those negatives, those hurts, those pains, those miseries, those traumas. Reversed outwards into the universe. Now take 3 words of positive nature and hold them in your heart. Place your hand upon your pile and in a clockwise fashion move 3 times, repeating those words in your heart of a positive nature. Love, understanding, peace. Those words were spoken. They move in infinity. They never stop. The vibration continues. Trace the standing infinity of those 3 words that you spoke into your pile. Infinity means forever, never stops, continuous, without end, without start. The words that we spoke tonight have no end and they have no start. They just are, breathed into existence, into the infinite void of the universe, that infinite void of possibility. Let those words that we spoke into the infinite universe become the words that resonate with the leaders and the followers of this world.
Allow your finger to trace the infinity symbol. If your brain can't do it sideways, horizontal, go ahead and do a vertical figure 8. The intention is there. Allow your finger to trace that infinity, that symbol that we've all known for a very long time, symbol that we use to connect to the purple orb in chat rooms and emojis across our posts. Allow yourself to connect to that symbol, that precious symbol, reminding us that although this life will come to an end, a new life will begin.
I just sprinkled in some ash from our ceremony tonight.
Tracing that figure 8, that infinity symbol, allowing yourself to feel the grains of salt, allowing yourself to work in the words, I am balance, I am peace, I am love, I am wisdom. Allow yourself to feel the grains. Allow yourself to experience the pattern. Allow your muscles to start to weaken as you draw the infinity symbol over and over and over. Make it a little larger now. Reaching out on either end, making it a little larger, and a little larger still. Allowing yourself to continue the pattern, the repeat. I'm sorry if I'm shaking that table. Keep your fingers moving. Infinity, infinity, infinity. Peace, balance, love, wisdom. All on this journey together. Allow a little farther out. Allow yourself to expand. Allow your fingers to move up off the table. Allow the infinity wave to continue. Close your eyes and allow it to move beyond this space. Allow it to move outward and outward and outward. Wave after wave after wave after wave. Reaching outward towards your community. Reaching outward. Oh, that's enough, isn't it? Reaching out, knowing that we can affect one person at a time simply by showing kindness and love and balance. In a world where there's so much misunderstanding, so much hatred, so much dissonance like I've never experienced in my life. I'm sure you're feeling the same. Allow that infinity symbol to continue outward, spreading those words continuously outward. Wave after wave after wave after wave, circling around the infinity waves of other witches in this circle. Like infinity wave donuts stacked on top of one another, wave after wave, reaching outward and covering all surfaces in this realm, in this space. Allowing this peace to settle into the hearts and the energy of all species, of all beings, plant, animal, and otherwise. We take this moment to honor and thank our familiars, as well as any plant and animal and crystal allies. We always have room in our hearts for you. We appreciate your love and guidance at all times, standing steadfast next to us. Oh.
Another thing that makes tonight's wave a little more powerful than some of those in the past, building up to eclipse energy. That's in 3 days. But tonight, in particular, happens to be a particularly powerful celestial event taking place above us. It came into conjunction about the time we started this wave, and that was the alignment of 6 separate planets, with Jupiter acting as the magnifier of our intentions, of our powers and strengths.
If you're wanting me to
No, I'm trying to remember which ones they were. I can't read the screen from here.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Here we are, baby. Nearly half our solar system is clustered in a rare arc across the sky. I love that Reverend Patience says it's a parade of planets.
Yep.
I think that's beautiful. Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Jupiter.
With Mercury in retrograde.
and Mercury is in retrograde. So Mercury, Venus, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and Jupiter with Mercury in retrograde, and a blood moon eclipse in just 3 nights.
Yeah.
And I know that astrologically speaking, we had, I don't know. I'm not an astrologer. We all know I'm not an astrologer. But if I was, I would be going on about how just a few days ago there was a big deal with something in conjunction with something or
with
other
Aries.
important.
I don't remember. I wasn't.
I know. I really wish that stuff would stick in my head, but the goddess did not gift me with that particular skill.
If everything that you wanted was stuck in your head, you wouldn't have no room
Right.
left in your head.
Exactly. Exactly.
Thank goodness for community that can fill in the blanks.
Yes, indeed. Indeed.
Thank you,
So-
WavePod, for she just listed off the 6 planets in the chat here on YouTube. Much appreciated.
Right. The Saturn-Neptune conjunction.
That's
Saturn-Neptune conjunction.
That's right.
These two are the master architect and the divine dreamer. Their meeting today means that intentions set tonight have teeth. You aren't just wishing for peace. Oh, we are actually building the structure for it to exist.
Hence the
I love that.
hence the call for words that go into infinity of positive intention.
Right. And you know what I love about that? As we have been talking about this tonight,
Mm-hmm.
when we typically do a witch wave, I kind of actually visualize it like a wave at the ocean
Mm-hmm.
that goes around, and it's kind of 3D
Yep.
in my head, maybe 4D, but like it kind of, goes around the world and comes back to where I started. But tonight it seemed really important that we do this like movement and this infinity symbol, and that when we all raised it up and started doing our symbols in the air and the sky,
Mm-hmm.
that we were essentially creating multiple infinity symbols and like a grid, so to speak. So then suddenly I saw around the earth, if you will, in this realm,
Uh-huh.
I saw this big like spherical grid
Okay.
of light protection, and it seemed really important that it's, I don't know where I'm going with that, so help me, because I feel like I'm sort of flapping around now, but
Well, that was it was how you visualized it, though. It was different than typical then.
Oh, it absolutely was. It feels important that it's layers.
Yep. It
Right,
really
right.
does, because if we think about all of the infinite possibilities of reality that are existing right now across all the different planes of existence, essentially what we just did is stacked layers and layers and layers of positive intention and cast them into a wave into the universe of infinite potential. So we're not just washing out the negativity here. We're trying to do it everywhere.
I love that, Grymm. I hope they can hear me, because I know I have my head turned away from the microphone, but I love that you had written down, we aren't just wishing for peace. I'm saying it again. We
Mhm.
aren't just wishing for peace. We're building the structure for it to exist. And I really wish in the future that our witch waves would grow. They just haven't grown through the years, and I think it's probably on purpose. I think the goddess has kept it small on purpose, and kept our tiny network, our web of friendships and sister and brotherhood. I think it's just been a building process, and I think now it's time to allow that to expand, to allow our witch wave, our peacefulness, our balance. And we are not the kind of folks that are all love and light around here. I mean, speaking of that, where are those bones? We should put them on the table.
Oh, I will go get them.
Thank you, because they need to be on the
Yep.
altar. Sorry.
Just happened to
Little
finish.
side note.
Just
Side
happened
note to self.
Just happened to finish them up today. Scattered or in the bowl?
I think just put them in the bowl. Somewhere on there. Yeah, thank you. Some bones dried and salted and bleached. Not bleached.
No, I didn't bleach them.
Yeah, not bleached. Those will be fun to work with.
You know,
Sorry, I got distracted, y'all.
as you were talking about what I'd written down, the structure in which we're building peace on, and then you brought up bones, it brought me back to something that I read and started researching a little bit about crystalline structures and shapes.
Oh, yeah.
And that
You were talking about bones.
I was talking about bones. You know, we envision our bones as growing like a tree or growing out and up. But that is not how our bones grow. It's really quite interesting that at the point of conception, there's a small group of cells that says, you know what, we need structure. We need form in which to build upon. And those cells turn into and release collagen. That's one of the first things that our structure is built upon. It's not rigid, it's flexible, malleable, bendable. And when those cells release the collagen, another group of cells senses the collagen and goes, oh, we need to add strength to this structure. And it starts to harvest from the surrounding cells within that growing community of life, the very minerals of Earth. And from those minerals, crystals grow around the collagen, hardening into bone.
Mm.
We don't grow in rings. We don't grow up. We don't grow out. We're fractals.
And I believe that if you look at bone under a microscope, it looks like a rainbow of colors.
It does. It does. And here's another interesting part about that whole crystalline structure thing of our bones. Just like when you press two rose quartz together, you can create a small electric shock. Every movement of our body that creates the slightest of impacts upon our bone creates that same spark, that same
a tiny minute
spark of energy, a flash of light from within our bones.
So even while I'm walking,
yes,
scratching my nose,
anything that causes friction or impact upon the bones as you move creates a ripple of electrical charge that vibrates from the source and then emanates outwards from there.
I love that.
Isn't that cool?
I love that, yeah.
We are walking crystals.
I love that. Well,
we have just under a minute.
For what?
Before we have been doing this for an hour.
Oh my goodness, we didn't talk about all the things we wanted
so
to
that's what I was going to ask you. Do you want to kill it at an hour or just keep on going?
Well, I guess we could just let them decide. I think let's keep going for a little bit. What do you say?
What did you want to add?
Well, I thought I would read off some of these things that you had written down in our notes. So that you might say something, because I know you've given each one of these things thought, or it wouldn't be on this list.
Yeah.
So the next thing on the list was transmuting the day's global shift. It's been marked by a significant and heavy escalation in global conflict, like we mentioned. Specifically, the
regardless of where you may stand on the spiritual political aisle.
Yes.
And I say spiritual political because I would think that your spirituality guides your politics, and your politics influences your spirituality probably a little more than we want. But regardless of where you stand on the idea that the United States and Israel are currently dropping missiles and bombs onto another country, Iran, keep in mind that this is an opportunity for the people of Iran, the people of America, the people of Israel, and the people of the world to look upon that piece of ground that has been disputed and fought over for the last thousands of years to truly turn into something that it was meant to be from the very beginning. Paradise.
We as witches know that as the mundane world heats up, as the energy in the global crisis just seems to have everyone on the edge of their seat, we know that as things heat up, we as witches need to help cool things down.
The last thing that we need to do is to condemn through the act of othering others. We mustn't other those that are in support of, and we mustn't other those that are against, because we all have our personal, sovereign, spiritual reasons. And as long as those reasons are grounded in morality and not hurting others, they're all valid.
So let tonight's wave, let's let tonight's wave act as a frequency filter. Something that allows us to help pull the chaotic world vibration and to ground it and to help neutralize it rather than allow it to circulate in the collective mindset, which does so much damage. Allow people to transcend that and to have their perception shifted, their perspective changed, that they may see a more global outcome, that they may see a way to speak past the issues and past the obstacles that stand between us.
The world has been walking through shadows for a long time now.
A 10-year legacy.
And for the last 10 years, the witches of the Purple Door have done their part in gathering and communing, meditating, and manifesting peace in each of our individual ways.
Ooh.
But now I have a special call to each of us witches who have been gathering for these so many years to focus this month's wave into a sharp, piercing arrow that hits the hearts of every decision maker involved in what is going on in the world today. But not an arrow that inflicts pain, an arrow that pierces the shadows of their hearts, allowing that purple wave of light and energy to penetrate what they have.
Allowing that moral compass.
That moral compass to be recalibrated.
Yes.
To a more holistic, magical way of being, thinking, and living.
If I were a praying woman, I'd say, soften their hearts, Lord. Soften their hearts and open their minds. Because we are at critical point X. We all know it. We all feel it. We all have felt it for years now. We knew it was coming. And those of you that are in the United States, you know that we stand on the very brink of civil war ourselves. At such a critical time globally, it's an almost unthinkable, unheard of circumstance to be in. That our country has been allowed to basically
fester
into this. I'm just hopeful. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful, and I'm hopeful, and I have to be. That these wounds that are coming out, unbelievable, festering wounds that I don't even know, that I don't even think we'll ever actually get to the bottom of.
But it's time to peel off the scabs. We've been asking for those things that no longer serve us to be exposed, those things that prevent us from taking our next best steps to be revealed, the shadows to be opened up so we can see them. And that is exactly what has been happening. Now it's time to stop looking and observing. Now is the time of action.
You were right.
Now is the time to measure every word that we speak against the justice of love and understanding. A peaceful heart brings about a peaceful world. May the actions that we take moving forward bring peace to those that it eludes. You know, if there's one thing that I've really learned over the last few years is the high priest of Coven Dupp, high priest of the Purple Door, that my words carry weight. There are those within our community that look at my or hear my words and get mad. And there are others that hear the same words and are brought peace. That is the beautiful thing about witchcraft, about paganism, about witchery, about this path that we walk, is it is unlimited. For each person that walks this earth, there is a separate path. And I know that there are many on paths that I don't understand nor condone. Physically, spiritually, morally. It's time to start unweaving. It's time to start looking at what was exposed and start casting our light upon it. We have set the structure for change, the structure for what peace can be built upon. Start living that peace.
So, as the planets align, as the heavens align, so do we. With each breath that we take, with each
Pulse.
Right, Grymm? I was going to say with each trace of the fingertip, reconnecting to that infinity energy with each pulse, with each breath.
Every movement we make creates an electrical spark of energy, an electrical vibration of power. Allow each step that we take, infuse that power with our intention.
We transmute the chaos of this day into the peace of the night, into the quiet, into the sublime. May you find peace there this evening as well. Thank you for joining Grymm and I on this journey. We've missed you all so much, and we're so glad to be back with you. Until the next time, take good care of yourselves and stay magical.